And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against.
And not too long ago, Donald Trump had a black voters rally, and he said some things that wasn't so controversial. I mean, everybody could agree with it, but you know, the Democrats had to twist everything he say. Anything he say about anybody or anything, they gotta make it either racist or him being misogynistic or a maniac. I don't get why they're continuing to try to demonize this man when this man obviously have the best intent for this country. I don't see anything that the Democrats are doing or have done for us that helped us, not just black people, but America, period. I tell you what, let's get into this video.
Black voters, some of whom have started to reconsider their support for President Biden. But Trump's comments on Friday at the Black Conservative Federation Gala in South Carolina is leading to controversy, with some calling the remarks racist. Take a listen.
Before we get started all the way, I want to say, look, thank you for watching the video. I appreciate your views. Hey, like, share, subscribe. That's all I ask. Share this video, subscribe, comment below. They're pushing a narrative, guys. They're pushing a narrative.
And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing, but it possibly, I don't know, maybe there's some.
It's funny how they can acknowledge that we're discriminated against, right? When it comes to Trump, that's why black people like him, because he discriminated against. But every time somebody black begin to express their opinions about being discriminated against, then they think we're being delusional or we're overthinking or some other bull crap. That's crazy to me. We don't like Trump just because of that. I don't think we even like him because of that. What I believe is we like him because we see his policies are better for America. We ain't getting nothing with the Democrats, period. Only thing they care about is trans rights and sending more money over to these countries, and inflation is on the rise over here. It's going to get to the point where it's hard to live in America. It's going to get to the point where we can't even live in America. I mean, I don't see no jobs increasing. I don't even see the pay increasing on some of the jobs people have in order to live in America. Do they, you know? I mean, that don't make sense to me. You know? I mean.
There.
That was said in front of hundreds of black conservatives. What was their reaction? We're joined now by 4 black Republicans who were all in the room. Abdul Ali, Operations Director at Frederick Douglass Foundation of North Carolina. Tia Bess, National Director of Engagement for Moms for Liberty. Kevin McGarry, co-founder of Every Black Life Matters. And Sharice Lane, a student at Florida A&M University. Thank you all so much for joining us. The Federation just responded.
These people are well educated, by the way. I appreciate them going on. And even though they know what the Democrats are pushing, they're willing to sit through these questions as patient as they are and answer it, give them an honest answer about why they believe, why they feel the way they feel.
Saying in part, black Americans are waking up to the reality that the Democratic Party has taken advantage of them, and the media and the party are terrified. Our community supports the policies of President Donald J. Trump and knows full well that life was better 4 years ago under his administration. No amount of media deception or liberal race baiting will sway the minds of black voters who will cast their ballots this November for safer streets, a better financial well-being, a secure border, and a complete rejection of Joe Biden's disastrous tenure. So you all were all there. A quick show of hands. Do you believe his comments were in any way racist? Nobody. OK. Abdul, what were your thoughts that night when you heard these comments during the event?
It's about time that somebody started telling the truth. I mean, he's only speaking to what some black folks have experienced for a very long time, which is a disastrous justice systems in many cases. And ultimately, we can all see this playing out right in front of our very eyes. I wasn't offended or didn't feel like anything he said was racist in any way.
Former President Trump also made a statement about his mugshot taken as part of his Georgia case. Let's take a listen to that.
And you know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. You know,
and the reason why they embraced it so much is because they know the stunt y'all are trying to pull. You know, I ain't gonna lie. Trump did look kind of funny on that mugshot. Trump looked like you just woke him up Like he just woke up out of bed and didn't get a chance to drink his coffee. And y'all just came and picked him up and took him down there to get a mugshot. Trump was looking pretty irritated on that. So I mean it's kind of comedic, and at the same time, they know the stunt you're trying to pull. That's it. That's why. Everybody look at the face, the new victim of the Democrats. That's basically what they did. It wasn't we comparing it or he trying to compare it to, I'm black now because I'm being discriminated against it. And I'm being falsely accused. He's not trying to identify with us in that. We know he's not. Y'all are the one trying to make us think that he is. We wasn't offended. We never will be offended.
New shirts, and they sell them for $19 a piece.
Kevin, Tia, I want to bring you in here. Do you feel that that comment was in any way off color?
Not at all. I mean, the reality is that, we see a president that has been prosecuted and persecuted. And a lot of people in the community, especially in the Black community, who have felt that there's multi-tiers of justice are seeing that played out in front of their very eyes. And they're saying, yeah, I can relate to this guy. This guy is going through some things that either myself or my family have gone through. And this is a very relatable moment for a lot of people. So seeing this mugshot as a big, to the media and to the political pundits it's a big deal. And it really does resonate within the community.
Tia, want to get your comments there.
Well, no, I agree, especially coming from an education perspective. He didn't say, if you're not black if you don't vote for me. He was just stating the truth, and that's what sometimes we need to hear. For too long in politics.
And that's the thing, they will never live that down. Trump, look, Biden said it, if you're not black, vote. You're not black. You're not black if you don't vote. They would never discuss that in detail. They would never bring it out and try to explain it away. If they do, they're going to do it in a way as if Biden didn't mean no harm. But everything Trump says, simply because he go against their agenda, their dumb plans that they have, then it's a problem. But anyway, listen to what she got to say.
We've been lied to, and we need to hear the truth and have someone that we can relate to.
Me personally, I don't think that's necessarily relating to blackness, but I do think that a lot of black people have gone through the criminal justice system, and it has been unfair to them. And I think that's what he was saying.
Adul, you've said that you focus more on Trump's policies than what he actually says. But as we saw when he was president, his words do have tremendous power, even fluctuating the stock market just minutes after he'd speak. Do you think that his words shouldn't matter?
His words absolutely do matter, and I'm less concerned with something said in jest, and I'm more concerned with the fact that we had a president who actually took on criminal justice reform with the First Step Act. And unlike the Biden administration and the Democrats, he set forth a platinum plan for black economic empowerment, something we've seen nothing of the sort from the Democrats. Kevin, your thoughts as far as, do you feel that there have been some...
And mind you now, Democrats portray themselves as for black people. I mean, there's a video I seen online that I'm going to react to on here that pretty much give you the history and the breakdown between the Democrats and Republicans. And they just say this, just a little secret. Democrats was never for getting rid of slavery, the freedom of black people, none of that, period. It wasn't until after the fact that they realized that they could get the black vote, the majority of black people would vote, and it would help them, give them a chance to win. Lyndon B. Johnson said that I would have these N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years, and that's what we have been doing, because we were taught to vote Democrat. We have, until you had certain black people that opened their minds up and they researched and studied, and they realized that a lot of the policies that they've been putting out for the last 100 or so years or more wasn't for us, period. And now we got to deal with within our families arguments and disagreements because why? They feel like we're betraying them because we vote Republican. No, we see what's best. And it's time for everybody to wake up, not just blacks. Everybody who's been duped into believing that the Democratic Party is best for America. It's not. It's not. Not to mention all the immigrants coming in. Come on. They get more benefits and we work hard every day. They're not doing nothing. There's some of them gang members from other countries and coming over here and committing crimes, and they put them in the black neighborhood. And once they commit that crime, then guess what? Guess what's gonna happen after that? Racial profiling. You're gonna take one or two, maybe white people or older women or something to say he was black with a hoodie on and some gray pants, and the next person that walked down that street with that same clothing on that was described, they get locked up. And you know how these police do when they can't find out who did it, they just gonna put somebody in jail to save their job, to save them time from looking and being on the street, looking and actually doing their job instead of checking these people green cards when they get in, instead of checking these people criminal backgrounds when they come over to this country, and taking it, at least if you're gonna let people come in here in our country and be immigrants, let the more violent ones, let them stay over there. The ones that got a clean record, they can come. They can come. Just don't give them our benefits and our money. Let them work for it just like we had to. That's all I'm saying.
Policies in the past, well, while he was president for 4 years, that black people benefited from?
Absolutely. And the number one policy, and the one policy I wish the mainstream media would cover, because it would give you a lot more credibility amongst your average folks, would be the policy that Joe Biden in his 1994 crime bill, when he says, look, we're going to get rid of these racial jungles. We're going to, basically target black and brown communities for a little $5 piece of crack. We're going to send them to prison for 15 to life. And this has been going on. President Trump came in and saw the injustice that was perpetrated on the black community, especially. It was targeted. And he said, no, we're going to dismantle this.
According to exit polling, former President Trump saw a 5% increase in the black vote from 2016 to 2020. Tia, I want to bring you back in here. What do you think is driving this increase? What specific Trump policies do you?
And then the thing about these questions she's asking, bro, she asking these people questions like they're in elementary school, like they some kind of way dumb for promoting or for voting for Trump. I don't like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like that. These people are well educated. They're grown men and women out here, and they're clearly conscious of what's going on. And it seems like the only one that's misunderstood or misinformed is the one who's asking the questions. I know she got a job to do, and I know she's part of the Democratic Party, but come on. When are people gonna stick to morals, right and wrong, not what party you represent, not who you get paid to represent or promote, not the agenda you trying to pay. Because at the end of the day, if you Democrats win again, all of these policies are gonna affect everybody, including you and those who are promoting. I've been out here, not now one of y'all who's sticking with Biden. If he do get in office and everything go crazy and berserk and high, don't be walking around complaining to him what you can't afford. Now that's what you want. Come on, bro.
Feel have helped black Americans?
Well, I mean, I'll start with myself. I was a Democrat for all my life, my entire family, but it was around COVID time when I started paying attention to policies being made. I'm
gonna say this too. I wasn't a Democrat or a Republican. I didn't really want to vote growing up because I always felt like they're gonna, manipulate the system anyway and put who they want in there. But when Obama became president, I voted for him simply because he was black, simply because I never seen a black man as a president before, so I was excited about that. I didn't pay attention to his policies or none of it. And then some of the stuff he was saying, the slogan he was saying, campaign run was perfect. And once I started paying attention to what he was saying, yes, we can be a better America. I sure enough felt comfortable voting for him. But once he got in office and he didn't do none of the stuff he said he was gonna do, I felt so bad because it's the main reason I didn't vote in the first place. It's the main reason I would never vote in the first place, because I knew politicians were liars. After that, from that time on, I voted Republican. Period. Because I seen then that Republican pander to blacks, and I understand when you running the campaign, you gotta pander. I want to say pander or cater to. You gotta get your vote. So, but the stuff Trump did when he was in office, the economy was on the rise, and jobs and inflation was down. That showed me that I voted for the right person. So I mean, based on that comparison alone, I wasn't nobody telling me, that was YouTube saying, that was my family saying, me, my own self looking at who I voted for first and who I voted for second. Who is the best? Who is the best fit? Anyway, let's
started paying attention to you know, when Trump and other politicians were listening to the parents, the people who really had voices that matter. Because if you look at the media now, no one's paying attention to the parents and what we need.
They're not paying attention to the parents. I mean, come on, they were trying to take people's children from them because they wouldn't subscribe to these sex change ideologies. I mean, come on. I mean, the parents been saying for years what they need in the education system, what they need as far as health care for their children. They've been saying for years what they need. I mean, you a parent raising your child, you know what they need. But if you got a government or a particular party that's not trying to hear what you got to say, of course, get rid of them.
And just because I'm a black parent doesn't mean that I care less about my child. Doesn't mean that my opinion should not be heard. So there have been a lot of policies that, you know, Trump has been supporting within the parental rights system.
And anyone can answer here, kind of a jump ball. Final question. What do you think about the media response, the noise, and some of the comments made as a result of the controversial remarks, if you will?
It's all bull crap. It's all distractions. It's all emotional manipulation. It's all you listen to us and you supposed to hate Trump because what we telling you is that as if you ain't got eyes and ears to hear yourself and see yourself what's going on. Yeah, that's all that is. And she's right. They never listen to parents, and we see the policies. We see what they do.
That Donald Trump said over the weekend. And I'm also curious, is there anything that Donald Trump could say that would stop you all from voting for him?
For me, I would say that it's more so about policy and action instead of just talking. You know, someone can talk a good game all day. They can appeal to black voters if they want to, but it's all about policy and what you're doing. That really stands out to me. Like, for instance, there are two big policies that I agree with that he has passed, such as things on school choice. I'm pro-school choice, and I'm also anti-illegal immigration. I think that it does disproportionately affect Black Americans, and I think that a lot of my counterparts would agree with. And I say that because those people are being sent to Black communities. They're being sent to our hoods, our neighborhoods.
Anyone else?
Well, if Trump came out tomorrow and said, I want an unlimited open border, if he came out tomorrow and said he was in favor of late-stage abortion, if he came out tomorrow and said he doesn't think black people have the capacity to succeed in this country, then I wouldn't vote for him. But chances are he won't be saying those things, and chances are...
Ooh, he ate with it. This man here ate with that, bro. What? Again, put that back on Biden. Look what Biden said. Look what he doing. Don't ask us why we want. If anything, we should do what he should say for us not to vote for Trump. Look what Biden have said. You feel me? But then again, hey,
I'll be supporting him.
Sharice, Tia, Abdul, Kevin, we thank you so much for this lively and spirited conversation. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.